really important that sometimes you need to do evil to create order in life, and sometimes you need to create chaos to produce good, because totalitarian systems that have too much. So this is an instance of going into Venezuela, of doing something predominantly evil to create order in the realm.
Okay, we're going to jump.
You just have to always have that debate.
We're going to jump to the story. We got this from the New York Post. U.S. territory turned tropical maternity ward has produced thousands of American babies for parents living in China. Amazing. The Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands is a U.S. territory northeast of Guam in the Pacific Ocean. It's been flooded with so-called birth tourists since 2009, when then President Barack Obama introduced a visa waiver program for Chinese nationals. What a scumbag. I say, strip them all of their citizenship.
Absolutely.
No more birthright citizenship, and
Absolutely.
they can't come back.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone. Kyla's gone. Okay, everyone agrees.
Yeah, probably, to be honest with you.
She's going to be like, no, China should be allowed to be president of the United States.
It's just that's civilizational suicide. I mean, the idea, the fact that there is evidence that there are thousands and thousands of people that are going there just to have children, particularly from China, right? China is absolutely an adversary. They're not a partner. They're not even rivals. They're an adversary. And the idea that they should be allowed to be American citizens just because they're born there, then brought back to China to be raised as Chinese people.
This is why I can't stand liberals, man, because they're just like, they're going to stand around while these Chinese people doing birth tourism are literally saying, in 20 years, you will start seizing power and assets from the American people. And the American liberals are like, they're going to be standing there as the Chinese guy goes like, I have every right to take your stuff because I am American. And they're going to go, guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be used as a vector of attack against the United States.
Is it just that people don't, I'm asking you too, Ruther, I mean, you study this stuff, that people just don't have that outside perspective of the system? They get in it, they get emotionally involved with like, yeah, we're accepting of people, but like, is it just that like dumb first order thinking?
So James Burnham has the best narrative about this. He wrote a book in 1961 called The Suicide of the West. And the thesis of the book was that liberals do not have a morally consistent code. They just support whatever degrades the West fast enough. And so in 1961, he said that this would cause the collapse, the suicide of Western civilization, because the liberals don't have a consistent code. They would just push for these various policies that would degrade the character of Western civilization, and then people would give concessions to moderate liberals, which would then pass to radical Marxists. And so he said radical Marxists would take over the institutions, which is what we've seen. Yeah. And these people, I agree with you, Tim, these people have this is why I brought up Rawls and the Enlightenment. These people have no concept that there are others who do not share their values who will use violence against them. And if someone was willing to use violence and will not share your values, you have to pair that with violence.
I often notice people are very like laissez-faire about, about whatever, bringing new people in, changing the system. They're kind of open to it until it affects them directly. They get mugged. And then they're like Anna Kasparian, she's completely flipped after she got attacked by some dude outside her house.
I don't know that she's completely flipped, but she's definitely
once it affects you. And so to make sure that people don't have to face it and have that traumatic realignment, that you can maybe educate them ahead of time and get them to kind of see what mass migration can do, see how societies can be destroyed with mass migration is used as a weapon.